Hello Channel Nip viewers, welcome to Channel Nip. If this is the first time on this channel, welcome. So we are a psychology channel. So today we are going to do a YouTube and MBTI episode simultaneously. Yes, viewers who have clicked onto this link because you want to know how I run my YouTube channel, you are in the correct place. But I also decided to make this video a mixed genre video because the way I process information is very different from the general population as an ENTJ. So I would also like to use this opportunity to make this video also an MBTI video so that viewers who are interested to know about MBTI can peer into the mind of an ENTJ through the way I explain things. So Steve Jobs and Lee Kuan Yew are very famous ENTJs who have achieved great success by doing something that is very different. So I am trying out something very different for my channel as well. I'm not saying that I will definitely achieve success, but at least if you are bored of all those expert videos telling you the same thing, then I can give you a different perspective. So for those of you who are watching this video because you are curious about how an ENTJ thinks, I will not be mentioning the term ENTJ much for the rest of my video, so as not to confuse my first group of audience. But rest be assured, my view is typical of an ENTJ. So if you are interested to know how an ENTJ thinks, my viewpoint is going to be typical of an ENTJ. So if you find that you yourself or somebody that you know also tends to think this way, then this person likely is an ENTJ. Most new YouTubers will be concerned about reaching the next milestone of YouTube. You probably would have watched numerous videos by expert YouTubers who have achieved 6-digit figures of subscribers telling you how to achieve that milestone. Well, I would say that those videos have their own value and some of the things that they say is definitely true. For example, consistency. I would say that consistency is a very good advice because I have done my own research and I can attest to that. So I have even got evidence to show you that. So as a person who is driven by evidence, I have done my own research. I have identified and tracked 4 random YouTube channels of different genres. So these YouTube channels have something in common. They have been releasing videos on YouTube for about 3 years. So besides this characteristic, these YouTube channels that I've identified and tracked have 2 other characteristics in common. One would be that they have about 800 odd subscribers at the moment after 3 years. The next characteristic they have in common is that they are consistently putting out videos at least once a week. So what I've been doing is that I have sneakily tracked these channels by jotting down on a daily basis the number of subscribers that they have and the number of total views that they have achieved. I have found that these channels have achieved an average growth of 5 subscribers on a daily basis. The number of total views also increased by about 120 views per day. So what this means is that YouTube is actually pushing them to the correct audience. That's why they are growing. So I believe what these successful experts are telling is true. There will come a tipping point where YouTube will do the work for you. I must also point out 2 additional characteristics that I find in these videos of the 4 channels that I've tracked. First, they tend to be very niche. So they are very niche in their genre, so which is why it may take a longer time to actually grow. I have also sampled some of their videos. I realized that there is minimal effects in terms of sound and in terms of editing, but they still made it. So this means that the most important thing is you must be consistent. So the act of not giving up alone is going to bring you there. So back to the successful YouTubers that we have been talking about. They have been releasing video after video on how to get more subscribers, how to get more views. I believe that most of their advice is valid, but there are 2 things that I don't like about those videos. One would be they are too similar. So if you watch those videos, it's as if you can just plaster away their face and replace it with someone else. It doesn't make any difference because they say the same thing anyway. There is no person that gives you really characteristic information about how you can grow. So the more you watch, the lesser you get. So my second issue with these videos would be they sometimes appear to be too logical. Now, what's wrong with being logical? Sometimes defying logic or trying out a new system can reap you even greater rewards. Following what other people teach you to do will only make you end up as a sheep in the pan. In order for you to stand out in terms of the competition, you have to break out. So one of the greatest rewards of breaking out is that once you try to break out of the competition and when you succeed, you become legend. You become legend. And when you become legend, you will be remembered. So when everyone is wondering why Steve Jobs wants to start a new iOS system when everybody else is doing Windows and Steve Jobs succeeded, what did he become? Legend. When Lee Kuan Yew prepared Singapore for industrialization and commerce and Singapore rose to become one of the most powerful Asian countries, what did Lee Kuan Yew become? Legend. So follow the ENTJ way. The ENTJ's vision is different and they will become legend. So I am also going to follow what other ENTJs are doing to break out, to do something really different. And that is how you can become successful as a YouTuber or in business or whatever that you are pursuing. So in order to break out, you must think of this question. How do you go to the frontier of your game? How do you go to the front of your game? So what breakout strategies am I using? So in season 3, I am starting this YouTube series. I see that a lot of the videos that are in YouTube teaching you how to grow your channel, how to increase your subscribership, they are mostly by big time experts. But there is no saying that new YouTubers like us cannot do something similar, right? We may not have achieved success yet, but we can showcase to the world how we run our channel. So it's like a real-time experiment for the rest of the world to see whether your strategies work. So a demo is definitely stronger than preaching. So as new YouTubers, we definitely have this advantage. So all the successful YouTubers would not be able to start this kind of will my channel be successful or will it not type of series because they have already become successful. So what I am doing is I'm trying to exploit my position as a new YouTuber to go to the front. I am not doing a success video, I am doing a watch me to see if I fail or succeed video. So another of my breakout approach is to do mixed genres because most people do not do mixed genres. So a mixed genre video is a video that mixes two genres together. So this video itself is a mixed genre video. It tries to mix YouTube together with MBTI. It will take a longer time for this type of mixed genre videos to build momentum, but if you are an expert in 2 or more areas and you try to marry them, nobody can compete with you unless they also have the same skill sets. So as a YouTuber, you must always look at yourself within yourself instead of looking at it outside. Ask yourself, what can you do that other people can't do, or what other people may be slow to follow so that you can actually lead the pack. Think of what you can offer to your viewers that other YouTubers cannot do. So as I have explained, as long as you are consistent enough, you will make it there. It's just a matter of time. However, what I am doing is I'm trying to propel myself to reach the target faster. I'm also intending to lead the pack. Because it doesn't make sense for me to be a regular YouTuber because that is not what I want. But is that what you want? So the third way in which I am trying to break out is I will make an attempt in season 3 to produce more videos that are controversial and not easily covered by YouTubers. So just to give you an example, there are a lot of popular YouTube videos on masturbation, and I've actually done a search. I have not been able to see any video on why do people like to film themselves while masturbating. So if I am going to do one video like that, I will be the first to do it. Of course, I understand that the breakout strategy that I described in this video may not resonate with a lot of the viewers over here because personally you may not be bold, and it is really a misconception to believe that all YouTubers want to be in the limelight. So of course, you may be of a different personality type or what you are doing is of a different genre, but there is always a way to break out of the competition if you think hard enough. So I am just trying to give examples from my own genre and based on my personality. So I already have a few videos on YouTube, so do watch them if you have not. In my upcoming videos, I will also talk about my own personal experience as a new YouTuber in engaging paid promotions and how I try to increase my viewership and how I try to capture more attention for my channel. So for the MBTI viewers, I will be producing more videos like this to show you a practical situation in which the ENTJ thinks. So you can peer into the mind of the ENTJ this way. I hope that this kind of video will also give you a very practical, close-up view of the mind of an ENTJ. Why so many people think that the ENTJ mind is so wonderful. If you have not subscribed to my channel, do consider subscribing to it so that we can continue to add value to you and intrigue you, and I will see you again in our next videos. Goodbye!